following the trial of the case in which Andy Kawa has been giving testimony about what happened to her. Sipha, good morning again. What's been happening on the stand today?
Well, Stephen, court did not sit today, but with the defense that came forward actually saying that the accused is still feeling unwell. If you remember, yesterday, court proceedings had to be halted and adjourned until this morning for the accused, when the defense said that the accused had taken medication that affected his inhibitions, and therefore the judge ruled that the matter stand down until today. But today, it is still the same issue, Stephen, and the state had actually tried to get a hold of the doctor that is treating the accused at St. Albans prison, but unfortunately they did not receive any form of assistance. So an urgent court order application has just been granted by Judge Zelwa for the state so that the accused may be taken to Livingston Hospital so they can run some tests to find out what exactly is the issue and what is wrong with him, and the medication that he is being given at St. Albans, if it cannot be given to him after court instead of in the morning, because this has happened more than once, which of course, Stephen, is another delay to this matter. As you can imagine, an incident that occurred 14 years ago, and you can imagine what this exactly means for Andy Kawa and her family. And I'm joined right now, actually, Stephen, by her daughter, Gqesha Kawa, and she's going to talk to us, about the delays. Yesterday when we spoke to you, spoken about the issue of justice delayed is actually justice denied. It has been years, and yet there's still postponements and delays to this matter.
Yes, it is incredibly disappointing that there are still postponements and delays. I had written something down specifically about the idea of the rule of law and how the rule of law is the fabric that binds our society. And because the rule of law is that fabric, if you've ever had a piece of fabric and a tiny little piece of string starts to get loose, it's fine when it's one piece of string. But what happens when it's multiple? My piece of string is loose. So is my mother's. So is my grandmother's. So are all of our extended family, our friends, the people who are here in court today, the rest of society. What is going to happen to our society at large when that string no longer attaches and we do not have any cloth left? I think it's really important that we don't take for granted this idea of the rule of law, and we are really aware that at some point the cloth will fall apart unless more is done to respect victims' rights.
Yeah, and just talking about the rule of law itself, having your mom back on the stand, having to relive her trauma, and the questions that she had to, answer yesterday were grueling. And some of the organizations that were here yesterday were saying, it's re-traumatizing, but I can't imagine what that means also for you as a child.
Re-traumatizing isn't even the word. The accused has said that he's not feeling well. I'm not feeling well either. Neither is my mom. He's not the only one who takes medication in order to try and cope. Yet the accused is off to go get medical assistance, and there's no further assistance for the victim. It's really important to remember victims in these cases are paying for their own doctors, their own psychologists, and their own medicine. And the accused is doing so at the state's pleasure.
All right, so thank you so much, Gqesha. Stephen, hearing from Andy Kawa's daughter exactly how the family is feeling about this, not just the delays. Talking about these delays that we were actually mentioning earlier on in the morning, where it's been such a long time coming, but having the interruptions because the accused isn't feeling well. Now, the state is saying is a recent proposal that the accused be taken to Livingston right away so that they could run the test to find out what exactly is wrong. This will stop any other further delays or future delays by the accused, and he's saying that he is not feeling well or unwell to stand at the dock during the trial. So we will be back at 2:15 to hear exactly the way forward from the judge, also depending on what comes out from Livingston Hospital. Stephen.
Thank you very much indeed for that, and of course a very difficult situation.